I want an open marriage, he said, sliding his hand over mine at our anniversary dinner. I smiled and said yes. What my husband didn't know was that the most dangerous man in the city had already decided I was his. The champagne tasted like acid. Ella stared at her reflection in the restaurant's bathroom mirror, mascara rivers staining her brown cheeks. Outside, her husband, Devin, waited at their anniversary table, 5 years reduced to his casual request for an open marriage between appetizer and entrees. You'll always be my wife, baby, he'd said, smiling like he'd offered her a gift. I just need freedom. You understand? She understood perfectly. Freedom meant the paralegal at his firm, the one he thought she didn't know about. Ella gripped the marble sink. When had she become this woman? The one who swallowed disrespect with wine? Who'd abandoned her photography dreams to support his law career? Who'd shrunk herself so small she'd nearly disappeared? Her phone buzzed. A catering gig, emergency replacement for a gallery opening in Koreatown. Tonight. She texted back, I'll take it. Across the city, Jin Wook stood before floor-to-ceiling windows in his penthouse office, Seoul's skyline glittering 40 stories below. His reflection showed what the world saw. Immaculate suit, controlled power, the man who'd transformed his father's street gang into a legitimate empire while keeping its dangerous teeth. What it didn't show was the emptiness. The gallery opening, sir, his assistant Min said. Your presence would... I'll attend. Jin Wook needed distraction from another merger, another victory that meant nothing. He didn't know that in 3 hours he'd collide with a woman whose broken eyes mirrored his own hollow success. A woman who'd make him feel something he'd thought himself incapable of. Everything. Have you ever felt invisible in your own relationship? Drop a comment below. Ella moved through the gallery like a ghost, serving Korean fusion appetizers she'd created in her grief-fueled cooking frenzy. Gochujang glazed shrimp. Kimchi arancini. Food that screamed while she stayed silent. Remarkable, a voice said behind her. She turned and collided with a wall of expensive suit and cologne. Strong hands caught her tray before disaster struck. I'm so sorry, The words died. He was devastating. Sharp jaw, dark eyes that saw through her, presence that commanded the room without effort. But it was the way he looked at her like she mattered that stole her breath. You created these? Jin Wook asked, still steadying her tray. Yes. Her voice barely worked. They're extraordinary, bold, unafraid. His eyes held hers. Like someone who refuses to be invisible? Ella's heart stopped. How did he see what she'd been hiding? The flavor balance, he continued, releasing the tray slowly. It speaks of someone who understands pain and transforms it into art. Who are you? Ella. No one asked her that anymore. Who are you? Not Devin's wife or the caterer? Just her. Jin Wook. He pulled a black card from his pocket, writing something on the back. My private number. When you're ready to be seen, call me. Their fingers brushed as she took it. Electricity. I'm married, she whispered. His smile was slight, knowing. So I noticed. The question is, does he see you? Before she could answer, his security pulled him away. But those eyes, dark, intense, hungry, stayed locked on hers until the crowd swallowed him. Ella looked at the card, felt it burn in her palm. Everything had just changed. Devin came home at 2 a.m., smelling of perfume that wasn't hers. How was your night, babe? He kissed her forehead absently, already scrolling his phone. Fine. Ella touched the card hidden in her pocket. Yours? Partnership dinner. Boring. Lies fell from his mouth like rain. She should confront him, should scream. Instead, she pulled out Jin Wook's card, staring at the elegant handwriting. When you're ready to be seen. I've been thinking, Devin said, sitting beside her. About the open marriage thing. Maybe we start slow? Set boundaries? Boundaries. Oh, like she was a problem to manage. What boundaries did you want? Her voice was calm. Too calm. Well, discretion. What happens outside stays outside. We protect what we have here. What do we have here, Devin? He blinked. Our marriage, our home, Your career I funded? Your dreams I sacrificed mine for? Ella stood. Tell me what I have. Baby, don't be dramatic. I met someone tonight. Silence. Devin's face shifted. Shock, then calculation. You're bluffing. She pulled out the card. Jin-wook Park, you know who that is? Devin paled. Everyone knew Park. The Korean businessman whose empire touched everything, whose reputation whispered of darker power. Ella, you can't. He's dangerous. And you're safe? She laughed bitterly. You want freedom, Devin? Let's both be free. She walked to their bedroom, his protests fading behind her. Her phone trembled in her hand. One call would cross a line she couldn't uncross, but hadn't Devin already crossed it? At 3 a.m., she dialed. Jin-wook answered on the first ring. I wondered when you'd call. I'm ready, Ella whispered. To be seen? To be free. The restaurant was intimate. Private room, soft lighting, a table set for two. Jin-wook stood when she entered, his eyes tracking every detail. Her purple dress, her natural curls, the defiance in her shoulders. You came. I almost didn't. Ella sat, hands trembling. But you did. That tells me everything. He poured wine. Your husband agreed to this freedom? He requested it first. The words tasted like ash. Jin-wook's jaw tightened. Fool. You don't know me. I could be a woman who creates art from pain, who shrunk herself for someone who couldn't see her value. Who's terrified right now but came anyway because something in you refuses to stay invisible? He leaned forward. Am I wrong? Ella's breath caught. How do you? Because I see you, Ella. Every part you've been hiding. The waiter interrupted with appetizers. The moment broke, but the tension remained. Thick, electric, impossible to ignore. Tell me about your photography, Jin-wook said. She froze. How did you? I asked about you. Learned you studied photography at Savannah College of Art. Won awards, then disappeared into someone else's shadow. His eyes darkened. Why? Love. The word felt hollow now. I thought supporting him was love. Love doesn't require you to disappear. And what do you know about love? Challenge crept into her voice. You run an empire. People fear you. When's the last time someone saw you? Jin-wook smiled, real, vulnerable. Never. Until tonight. The confession hung between them. This is crazy, Ella whispered. I'm married. This can't what? Exist? He reached across the table, fingers stopping inches from hers. It already does. She closed the distance. Their hands touched. Everything ignited. My father built his empire on fear, Jin-wook said hours later. The restaurant closed around them. He wanted me to inherit it all. The business, the violence, the loneliness. Ella listened, wine forgotten. I was 8 when I watched him handle a betrayal. Blood on marble floors. I knew then, this life leaves no room for weakness, for feeling. His eyes found hers. So I stopped feeling. Became what he needed. Not what the empire required. Until tonight. Until you walked into that gallery looking like you'd survived a war. He smiled sadly. I recognized that look. Wore it myself for years. Ella's throat tightened. My mother died when I was 16. Photography was our thing. She taught me to see beauty in broken places. After she passed, I stopped shooting. Too painful. What changed? Devin, he seemed safe. Stable. I thought if I supported his dreams, built his life, I'd find purpose again. She laughed bitterly. Instead, I just disappeared. You're still here. Jin-wook's voice was fierce. Still breathing, still fighting. Am I? Because it feels like I've been drowning for 5 years. He stood, extended his hand. Then let me teach you to swim. She took it. They walked to the windows overlooking the city. His hand settled on her waist. Protective, claiming, electric. This thing between us, Ella whispered. It's dangerous. Yes. It could destroy everything. Yes. We barely know each other. Jin Wook turned her to face him, his thumb tracing her jaw. I know you're the first real thing I've felt in 20 years. I know I'd burn my empire down to keep you safe. I know... His voice dropped. I'm already yours. Ella's world tilted. Kiss me, she breathed. He did. The city disappeared. 3 weeks became a fever dream. Jin Wook showed Ella his world. Art galleries at midnight, rooftop dinners where the city bowed below them, his private studio where he painted. A secret no one knew. You paint? She studied the canvases, violent, beautiful abstracts. When words fail. He handed her a brush. Show me your war. She painted. Colors exploding. Crimson rage, cobalt grief, gold hope. Jin Wook's hands covered hers, guiding strokes, breathing against her neck. Beautiful, he murmured. Like you. Devon barely noticed her absences. His freedom kept him occupied. Ella felt nothing watching him leave anymore. The marriage was a corpse they both pretended still breathed. Leave him, Jin Wook said one night, pulling her into his penthouse. It's not that simple. It is, you choose. His intensity burned. Choose me. Choose yourself. Choose anything but that hollow prison. Jin Wook, I'm falling in love with you. The confession was raw. No, I've fallen. Past tense, completely, irreversibly. Ella's heart shattered and rebuilt simultaneously. This is insane. We've known each other 3 weeks. I knew the first night, when you looked at me like I was human. Not a monster, like I mattered. He cupped her face. You make me feel alive, Ella. You scare me. Good. Fear means you're feeling something real. His thumb brushed her lips. Feel me, feel this. Then tell me it's not worth everything. She kissed him, deep, desperate, devastating. Later, wrapped in silk sheets, Jin Wook's fingers traced patterns on her spine. Move in with me. What? Leave him, tonight. Let me protect you, love you, see you every single day. Ella's phone buzzed. Devon. Where are you? Decision time. She typed, I'm not coming home. Jin Wook smiled against her shoulder. Mine. Yours. Team Ella or Team Devon? Comment and don't forget to subscribe. Devon appeared at Jin Wook's building with lawyers and rage. Security called up. Sir, we have a situation. Ella stood frozen in Jin Wook's kitchen, coffee forgotten. Jin Wook's face went cold, the Mafia boss emerging. Handle it. No. Ella touched his arm. I need to face this. They descended together. The lobby became a battlefield. You're sleeping with a criminal? Devon's voice echoed. I gave you everything. You gave me nothing, Ella fired back. You asked for an open marriage so you could screw your paralegal guilt-free. Don't pretend this is about morality. Devon's lawyer stepped forward. Mrs. Williams, Mr. Parks, business associations could complicate divorce proceedings. We're prepared to offer generous terms if you... If I what? Abandon him like you abandoned me? Ella laughed. No. Ella, be reasonable. Jin Wook moved forward, deadly quiet. You have 5 seconds to leave my building before I stop being reasonable. Is that a threat? It's a promise. Ice? Pure ice. Devon grabbed Ella's arm. You're my wife? Jin Wook's hand shot out, grip iron on Devon's wrist. Touch her again, please. Security moved in. Devon stumbled back, face red. This isn't over. I'll destroy both of you. Try. Jin Wook smiled like a blade. I've buried better men for less. They dragged Devon out, his threats fading. Ella shook violently. Jin Wook reached for her. She flinched. Don't. His face cracked. Ella. I need air, space. She was drowning. This is too much. The danger, the threats. I'm not built for this world. You're stronger than... Stop. Just stop. Tears fell. Maybe Devon's right. Maybe I'm in over my head. Maybe we're a mistake. Don't say that. I need time. She walked out. Jin Wook let her go. something dying in his chest. 3 days of silence. Ella stayed with her friend Maya, crying, thinking, suffocating. You love him, Maya said simply. I barely know him. That's not what I asked. Ella stared at her camera, unused for years. She picked it up, hands remembering. She walked the city, shooting everything. Broken windows reflecting light, graffiti blooming on brick, couples holding hands like it was easy. Through the lens, she saw truth. Beauty existed in broken places. Always had. She'd just stopped looking. Her phone buzzed. Jin Wook, I'm not giving up on us. Take all the time you need. I'll wait. Another text. But know this. You're not a mistake. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Ella's hands trembled. Jin Wook stood in his penthouse, staring at her coffee mug. Still on the counter, abandoned. Min entered. Sir, the Devin Williams problem? Leave it. But he's threatening legal action. Public exposure? I don't care. Jin Wook's voice broke. Without her, none of it matters. Min hesitated. You really love her? With everything. He smiled sadly. And I let her walk away. Then go get her. She needs to choose me. Not because I overwhelmed her, not because I protected her, but because she wants this, wants us. He sat heavily. I've controlled everything my whole life. This, I can't control. And it's terrifying. Ella looked at her photos. Really looked. Every shot showed the same thing. People choosing love despite fear, despite risk, despite logic screaming run. She picked up her phone, typed Jin Wook. His reply was instant. I'm here, come get me. 30 minutes later, his car screeched to Maya's curb. Jin Wook stood on the sidewalk, vulnerable, desperate. Hers. Ella ran. He caught her. I choose you, she gasped against his chest. I choose us. I choose being seen. 6 months later. The gallery opening was packed. Ella's first solo photography exhibition. Seen, a study in breaking and becoming. Every photograph told their story without words. Hands touching across tables, shadows finding light, cities holding secrets, love blooming in dangerous places. Jin Wook stood behind her, hand on her waist, pride radiating. You did this, he murmured. We did this. She leaned into him. You taught me to be brave. You taught me to feel. Devin appeared at the entrance. Divorce papers finalized last month. He stared at Ella's success, her glow, her freedom. Everything he tried to dim. She met his eyes across the room. No anger, just pity. He left quietly. He looks small now, Ella said. Because you're finally standing at full height. Jin Wook turned her to face him. I have something for you. He pulled out a velvet box. Her breath stopped. I know we're unconventional, crazy, built from collision and chaos. He opened it, a ring, black diamond surrounded by emeralds. But I also know you're my home, my truth, the only thing that's ever been real. Tears streamed down Ella's face. Marry me. Not because you need saving, not because I'm powerful, but because we see each other completely, dangerously, beautifully. Yes. No hesitation. Yes, yes, yes. He slid the ring on, kissing her like she was oxygen. The gallery erupted in applause. Friends, collectors, strangers witnessing something rare. Later in his penthouse, wrapped in sheets and starlight, Ella whispered, Thank you. For what? For seeing me when I was invisible, for teaching me I was never too much. The world was just too small. Jin Wook kissed her forehead. My queen. My home. Outside, the city glittered. Inside, they'd built something unbreakable. Love. Real, fierce, transformative love. Finally, if this story touched your heart, comment what part hit hardest and subscribe for more emotional journeys. Your support means everything,